Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to start out by testing all of our battery constants. This is an E36 chassis harness. This is number 131. Very proud of that. We have 131 of these bad boys out there ripping around town, causing a ruckus. We know that's what you guys do. Don't even play. All right, so we're testing all of the battery constants. Let's see if we can get it on there. There she goes. Keeps falling off. Cool. Let's see. Not too many battery constants in this build. So we can go ahead and we can key on. Everything's built into a switch panel for this E36 chassis harness. They chose 2 switch panels. So we'll make sure everything's off. We'll key on. You'll see the cluster illuminate. Bam. MoneyGram. So now we got to check all the key on. They have 3 total additional what am I trying to say here, ignition on circuits. So that's for this build. There is a total of 4 adder relays in this build. I gotta remember to show what I'm doing and show the meter at the same time. Cool. Nope. This one we can just test by activating it. Let's do that right now. Let's just throw some power at this. There we go. I do this all the time. I swear I do this almost all the time. The taillights are backwards. So what it just did right there, if I turn on the blinkers, the cluster will go crazy. So this one belongs on that side and that belongs on this side. This only happens with me on the bench. There's no way you guys could do this because they actually fit specifically to each side. So let me just switch these out real quick. You'll notice that these will now be on the outside and these will be to the inside. Go me. All right, I threw my mic on and I flipped the taillights. As you can see now, the plastic's to the inside. I do that often. The first time I did that, I had like a mild heart attack because I didn't know what the heck was going on. Everything was just wonky as can be. So there you have it. Everything is good. We test this real time. We're really testing this as it goes. We didn't test this and then checked it. Like this is real deal here, people. We have nothing to hide. We build quality products the first time. We test everything. Starter signal, sick. All right, let's check the wiper. Oh, sheesh, we got to get this. All right, be back. All right, we're back. Make sure my mic's on. Front of the house is out shipping packages, so I have the phone here with me. It does ring often. All right, cool. So I don't know where I left off. I think it was starter, right? So yeah, I was looking for the wiper. Here we go with the wiper. Wiper, we leave a flying lead. You want to leave the pigtail from your wiper motor through the firewall into the cabin as long as possible, specifically that brown wire, so you can ground that brown wire off your wiper motor pigtail, and then you connect this to either high or low. You decide. Activated, turned off. Dope. All right, what do we got left? Hazards. Yeah, we'll throw some hazards out there for the world to see. Check that out. Check out those bad Larrys. One day, I keep saying I'm going to get a sick bench, and not even a bench, like a meeting room office table. One day we'll do it really, really big, but till then we're going to work really hard. We did the X20 connector, so let's just run through it. I need this. Dope. All right, so let's see here. Gotta look into the eyes of the abyss. So there's your, oh, you can't even see it. So there's your low battery voltage. Check engine light. Let's see. Low oil light. Dope. We can check the fuel pump. This customer has the OEM fuel pump with the OEM connector, as well as a second. This is what would be, if it was laid out in the car, the driver's side fuel level, which is wired into all of them. And then this is a second OEM fuel pump circuit wired into the driver's side. And what's getting popular is people are taking the a second OEM E36 fuel pump hanger and putting it in their driver's side. So let's check the driver's side. Both are wired through the X20 connector. See if we can do this slick like. Boop. Dope. And then we need the factory passenger side one right here. Cool, cool, cool. Everything is labeled. The reasons we use numbers instead of actual labels, like here, I can show you on this. So the reason we use letters and numbers versus like the name of the circuit, like wiper, you see how much bigger that label gets? So it takes away from the consistency, as well as it makes you look at the legend, right? So the legend's very important. It's got all the important bits on it. So if you're not looking at the legend, you could run into a couple issues, which we don't want. We want you guys to look at the legend and review it, check it all out. All right, cool. X20 is done. Data. Let's check the key on circuits real quick. Dope. All right, cool. X20 is done. This customer has a few aftermarket gauges. Anytime we wire in a factory cluster, we'll always throw in these 3 wires, which is a ground for the running lights specifically, and then a key on circuit for the gauges to illuminate when you key on. And then this customer asked for 3 extra blank wires that go from the gauges over here to by the fuse block, which would be behind your dash on the passenger side. You can see those 3 wires are here. All it does is pick up the signal from your gauges and bring it over towards where your ECU would usually be. So let us know for a couple doll hairs. We can throw that in for you. See, what do we got next? Let's get on to the second switch panel. All right, cool. So running lights, you'll see the cluster illuminate as well as every other thing. I did find my other license plate light, and the last one it was missing. I had to jump it, and we got new bulbs for it too. So that is dope. So we have running light on circuit extra in the inputs and outputs. And then again, I was just showing you the digital, the aftermarket gauge branch. Now, when we start doing PDMs and PDUs, you're not going to have any of this. It's going to be exactly what we wire. And if you touch it, you're out of luck. You're going to avoid the warranty. So when we start doing PDMs and PDUs, you got to tell us exactly what you have and leave it alone. There's not going to be any extra inputs and outputs. There's not going to be anything extra other than what comes with the PDM or PDU. We'll leave that as a flying lead for you guys. But that's going to be it. So we're going to get into that pretty soon, hopefully this year. So we can do headlights on because it's not flying leads for a digital dash. There's nothing to check there. So as you can see, headlight on. It's the outer lights, headlight on. We can do high beam, which you see illuminates on the cluster as well. So again, headlight, high beam. Let's turn the headlights off. So headlight, high beam. Depending on the specifics, we can wire in headlights and high beams on their own circuit so that they turn on at the same time, which is pretty cool. The factory E36 options don't do that. And then all that we have left right now is blinkers. So as you can see, we have our passenger side blinkers, both illuminating. Then we'll go to driver's side, both illuminating. So that wraps up this one. Let's throw reverse out there. Let's check reverse, which should illuminate on the back. Woohoo! There we go. Good to go. We have reverse. Yeah, so that's that. This one is tested in real time. You see, I am human. I had these backwards. The first time that happened, I had that was scary because I started to open up the harness, and that's when this whole thing became mandatory. We don't heat shrink this until the harness has passed testing. God forbid we can get back in. I was all over the place and I couldn't figure it out, and I literally had the taillights backwards. So you guys won't have that problem because it'll be in the vehicle, but on the bench that has happened to me quite a few times. But yeah, real testing in real time. Hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Tell me all about it. Shut this down. Save the battery because we know how great I am at charging it. Yeah, as always, be good. Take care.